Namaste. The 15th shloka of Soundarya Lahari. Sharad Jyotsna Shuddham Shashiyuta Jatajuta Makutam Varatrasatranas Patika Ghutika Pustakakaram Sakrannatva Natva Kathamiva Satam Sannidadhate Madhukshira Draksha Madhuri Madhurinaha Phanitayaha. The 15th shloka is about Vagdevi, Sharada Devi, Sringeri Sharada Devi, installed by Acharya. So, the shloka will immediately bring the image of Sringeri Sharada Devi in front of your eyes. Vagdevi means the goddess of speech, one who does not hold the veena, Saraswati without veena, but she is Vagdevi. And this is one of the most important shlokas to be learnt from childhood itself. As I start describing, you will be able to understand why it is so. Sharad Jyotsna Shuddham, the goddess is of pure white, fair complexion. She is of fair complexion. Not only fairness, she is exuding coolness of the autumnal moon. Autumn, Sharad Ritu, that is when we get Saraswati Puja. That is when we do the Saraswati Puja during Sharad Navaratri, which comes in autumn season. So that moon has a special luster, and this goddess, Vagdevi, is having the complexion of the autumnal moon, the same coolness, the kind of fairness and lustrousness and the kind of coolness of an autumnal moon. Then Shashiyuta Jatajuta Makutam. She has made a crown out of her own matted hair. She has wound it up like this. She has such thick matted hair which she has wound it up like this on top of her head, and which looks like a crown on which she has a crescent shaped autumnal moon on her matted hair, which looks like a crown. Shashiyuta Jatajuta Makutam Varatrasatrana Spatika Ghutika Pustakakaram. Varatrasatrana. She has 4 hands. In these 4 hands, one hand is granting boons of devotees. She is granting all the desires. With another hand, she is giving abhaya. Instead of calling it abhayam, varam is varada, varada hasta. Trasatrana. Trasa means fear. Trana is protection. She is offering protection from fear. With one hand she is granting boons, with another hand she is offering protection from fear. Spatika Ghutika Pustakakaram. In another 2 hands, in one hand she is holding a rosary made up of Spatika Mala, 51 Akshamala, 51 alphabets of Sanskrit. She is holding the Aksharamala. It's called even Akshamala, which she holds. In another hand, she is holding Pustakakaram, books as a symbol of the origin of the entire universal knowledge. She holds Vedas, Shastras, everything. The entire knowledge is being held in one hand. In another hand, she is holding the Aksharamala and Varada Abhaya Hastas with 2 other hands. Varatrasatrana Spatika Ghutika Pustakakaram Sakrannatva Natva Kathamiva Satam Sannidadhate. Kathamiva Satam. How good men, Satam means good men. Here it doesn't say anybody, it says one with a noble mind, noble intentions, noble thoughts, highly refined person. Acharya specifies that. He is not saying anybody can. Such a person with noble thoughts, how Sakrannatva Natva, by prostrating just once, a noble person, by prostrating just once, how can he not bring out of his mouth flow of Madhukshira Draksha Madhuri Madhurinaha Phanitayaha? How can he not bring out torrential words, flow of words that excel 3 sweets that are Madhu, Kshira, Draksha, honey, milk and grapes. He is not just stopping with one sweet. He is saying honey. It seems a noble person, when he prostrates to the goddess just once, how can he not speak something that is excelling, that is, even sweeter than honey, milk or grapes. Grapes means raisins. Dry grapes you have, draksha. how his words cannot, excel. His Acharya is asking, it's a question. Madhukshira Draksha Madhurinaha Phanitayaha. Phanitayaha means flow of words. So, by prostrating once to Goddess, by somebody who has a noble mind, just once is enough. He is able to speak words that are sweeter than honey, milk, and grapes. Here, the words are not only sweeter, they have content, they are nourishing. His words have so much of wisdom and meaning that when you are able to grasp what he is saying, it actually enhances you. It enhances your character, your personality. So his words are nourishing to you. He doesn't just speak frivolously, flippantly, like we see so many, in nowadays society, people just make small talk for no reason at all, for nothing. How are you? I'm good. Never mind if it's wrong English. All you have to do is just be in the trend, So that kind of flippant speech and all kinds of, he won't talk such things. He'll talk only when it's necessary, what is meaningful, what something that has content, that has value, and that is very, very mesmerizing, magnetic to people who are listening to him or her. So that will become, the Vagdevi will bestow on the devotee such a gift where this person, when he speaks, he or she is speaking, people are mesmerized by the content of what he or she is saying and the sweetness with which they are speaking. So this is why a child should start learning from childhood itself, because who can be more noble than a child? The purest of all is a child. Child is divine. So from childhood, when a child is taught this shloka, to chant this particular shloka, the child will develop a character finest. In fact, wherever he or she goes, they are able to arrest, magnetize people, and they speak words of value. When the words of value will come out of the mouth, only when the heart is thinking good and the mind is functioning well, correctly, with wisdom. When you're thinking something, other than when you're faking it, like when you're not meaning what you're saying, it won't touch anybody. Only when something is soulful, it will go on touch. We see so many people who fake an accent. They can just say, oh, how's it, bro? Oh, dude. And this kind of slang we see nowadays in children, teenagers. They call even girls dude and bro and stuff like that, just to be in the trend. In fact, they are defying nature. They are calling a girl a man. So much of deterioration is happening, so much of, disharmony is taking place through speech. Calling a girl bro or dude, and how are you? I'm good. I'm fine is the correct word. If you say you're fine, then you're not in vogue. Actually, you're outdated. You're an old woman. So, to keep up with the trend, you talk politically correct things, sweet things without meaning it. No, that kind of speech you will never get. Vagdevi will bestow on you absolute knowledge. Where it is not necessary, you won't speak. Where the gathering is not correct, where your speech is not valued, you will just keep silent. Where it is valued, you will speak in such a way that it carries the fragrance and the sweetness that excels even milk, honey, and raisins, and it enhances the person who is listening to you. So, this is the wonderful shloka everybody should chant at any age, ideally from childhood itself. And what are the benefits of this shloka? It obviously bestows on somebody who chants this shloka attraction, magnetism of speech. If you want to go somewhere and give a speech there, you're able to magnetize the crowd through the content and the sweet way you're saying. How does it become sweet? Because it comes from your soul. The goddess is operating from within you. So for speech, debates, oratory, all that, and in a very scholarly gathering. This is very useful, and ultimately by chanting this continuously, this will also bestow on the devotee self-realization, enlightenment, the darshan of Goddess. Thank you.